My name is Jay.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? King J all day, baby. You see what it is. Second 26 podcast. It's here. It ain't going nowhere.
As a linebacker, which is crazy because he plays on the line more times than most. But he's such a freak athlete. You can't limit him to just one position. He's like LeBron on the field.
Welcome back. Second 26 podcast, episode 3. I'm back, baby. Y'all know what it is, or you know what just happened. We just played Utah State. Great game. From my perspective, I thought it was an awesome game.
It was fantastic. It was a great game. Listen, it was a cupcake game, so to speak. But I think we saw a lot of good things from this game that we all expected to see. And some of it surprised us. So, we're going to talk a little bit about the offense, special teams, defense, and just what we took away from the game.
Yeah, and just keep in mind, please, this is not a channel where we're gonna get all analytical. All this is from a fan perspective, like two homies talking Alabama football. That's what it is.
Yeah. He's not Bill O'Brien. I'm not.
Nope.
I'm not Lane Kiffin. We just fans talking about what we see.
That's right.
And I think y'all will enjoy this episode.
Exactly. Just matter of fact, go on, hit that subscribe, hit the notification bell for all, and rock with us. Hit that like button too. Get us. We're trying to build. We got 10 subscribers right now, but it's all good. It's a process, but we here and we're not going nowhere. So just get used to us and roll with us.
And comment.
Roll time.
If you got something good to say, something constructive, let us know. And we'll try to get better.
It's a process, baby.
Wide open pass against the secondary. And I would have liked to see Bryce just kind of like, tell him like, come on, man, you got to make those plays.
Yep.
This is a big game. We're on the road. This is a true road game.
Yep.
But I want to see him say, I don't want to see that happen again. I'm telling coach, get somebody else in here. Get Corey Brooks in here. I need somebody who will make plays. And this is not, you can't take none of this personal. None of this is personal. This is all about, we student athletes, but this is our job. They brought us, we're on scholarship here to do this. Not to go out and party, not to buy beat headphones, none of that. We here to do this and uphold a standard.
I was recruited to come here to win championships.
Yeah, and nothing less.
That's it.
And it can't be just like, you talked about Billings last year, like, he looked real lackadaisical, going through the motions. If I was a coach, son, you gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
I can't tolerate no more.
Yeah.
I can't take just that half-heartedness. Sunday driving this baby.
Yep.
It can't be none of that. We're on a mission.
Yep. You gotta be on attack mode from play one. Mm-hmm. You gotta set the tone, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like
what you said, you gotta create the flow.
Exactly. Don't wait for the flow of the game to get started.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Set that mother. I mean, that's what previous coordinators did.
Mm-hmm.
And you knew that. Everybody knew that. Coming into the game, they were ready. They were like, all right, we know Bama's going to punch us in the mouth. Mm-hmm. Now it's just like, no, Bama's just, they got to get set. They got to get into their groove. Yeah. So before they get into their groove, we're going to punch them in the mouth. Yeah. No, brother, we need to come out. Yeah. Boom. Oh, and it stuns the defense. The defense is not ready for that. Yeah. Like, okay, and they're stumbling at this point like a boxer. You come out that first, you get your bell rung, but snap, hold up, and you're not thinking clear. Yeah. Now it's time to attack to get on your butt. We don't have that right now. Yeah. I'll give them for the entire team, probably like a B. I'll give them a B, like a B plus.
Is that for yesterday?
Yeah.
Or so far through?
I'll say, yesterday, I'll give my A.
Okay.
But for total from game 1 to game 4, a B plus.
Okay.
And the reason why I give a B plus is just like, I think our offense isn't, not saying that them being electric got anything to do with it, but it's just, like we said earlier, it's vanilla. Like,
Can I comment on the vanilla part too?
Yep.
So this is a thought I had yesterday about Alabama and our offense. Because I was scrolling through Facebook and somebody made a comment and they said they wish that Alabama went back to being a team to where it was a ground and pound, taking 5 or 6 minutes off the clock to seal the game. And I think I replied to this person. I said I think those days are over, just give them, because the way offenses are now, and you got to score points. And what I think with Alabama, when I'm watching the offense, this is what I think. I think, and they show flashes of it when they have the 2-minute drill, because Bryce talked about this. I think it was Bryce. Who was it that I was watching in the interview? It was Bryce or somebody on the offense. They talked about, every practice they have like that 2-minute drill, and they're so confident at 2 minutes because, and Alabama's not the only team that does a 2-minute drill, but it's something they really work on. That last 2 minutes, if you need to go get a bucket, if you need to go score a touchdown. And what I think Alabama offense is this. They're traditional. They're not running gun, flashy offense like you see with Sark or like some of the Big 12 teams at 2 minutes, because, and Alabama's not the only team that does a 2-minute drill, but it's something they really work on. That last 2 minutes, if you need to go get a bucket, if you need to go score a touchdown. And what I think Alabama offense is this. They're traditional. They're not running gun, flashy offense like you see with Sark or like some of the Big 12 teams. Here's what I do like about, because I complain about Bill O'Brien a lot. I'll say this about what I like about the offense. It's like an X-Men. It can mutate. So if we gotta play fast, we can play fast. Like we saw glimpses of it yesterday, but we saw some things that we didn't see before. I get the idea of not showing your hand. You ain't trying to show all your Uno cards at once. You don't want to, put out the draw 4 too early.
Exactly.
So what I see Bama do is you'll see them keep a game close. They'll throw a lot of the short routes, 15 yards and under. They'll attempt a deep route, but if they don't go back to it, they'll still go to like the underneath game and move the ball, pick up the first downs, and then take a chance again. And then with the 2-minute offense, you'll see, man, they really moving the football. Like, they getting out of the field in a hurry. And I saw a play. This is, again, I'll go back and watch that Texas game. I studied the offense on that last 2 minutes. I was seeing route combinations that I did like. So, for example, Cameron Latu, there was a scheme, but there was 2 out routes. You had like a 10-yard out route and then like a 5-yard or a 4-yard out route, something quick. For whatever reason, it could have been a confusion on Texas defense, but we had receivers open. Specifically, Cameron Latu was wide open, and like the way that play was drawn up, it looked good. It looked like, man, he actually is confident. He know what he's doing. And it was helping us get down the field easy. Like, he was getting people open. Now, Bryce making the right read helps with that too. But it was just amazing to see how wide open a lot of the players were during that last drive. So I think our offense is as vanilla as it can be. The good side of it is if we have to play fast and score, we can. If we got to play a low ground and pound, slow run game, we can. And we got the players to do that. That's what I do like about it. What we talked about before, they got families too.
True.
Nobody wants to be embarrassed in front of their friends.
Yeah, you're right.
And they came out that second half, we looked comfortable. We looked like we were, satisfied with just doing enough. And Arkansas came out and put it on us. They had the block punt. It's all coming back to me now. They blocked we had a botch punt.
Yep. Oh,
there was a series of events that led to our collapse.
That was the botch punt that started it all.
Was it that, or did we have a turnover? Or was it the punt that started it all?
I think it was the punt, man.
And we're gonna talk about that, about just miscues, because the Tennessee game had miscues that just looked like an average amateur team.
Yep.
But the start of the third quarter in the Arkansas game, I feel like has been, if you sum up this year so far, everything that's wrong with Alabama football, the penalties, the little mistakes like in the Tennessee game, the punt which we're talking about, touching the ball, in the Arkansas game, all that happened in one quarter. It was a microcosm of what our season has halfway been, of just mistakes that potentially cost us the game.
Yep.
We always turn on ourselves. Our greatest enemy, our greatest opponent is Alabama football. As well as we play, we always sometimes get in our own way and we start to stumble based on like silly, small things that can be corrected.
Yep.
Or like your mind not being aware. And so the Arkansas game, that second half where we had the just mistakes on special teams, giving up big plays, not stopping the run. I mean, that third quarter was just like a waterfall of just Arkansas showing that they could, hang with us and beat us. We pulled it out, but,
Of course, great teams do, but I mean, it's just like you said, all the miscues and mistakes that can be corrected.
Yeah.
But I mean, now I'm starting to see what Coach Saban talks about mental errors and just not being mentally there. Which I mean, you can see it. It's starting to.